For generations, immigration has been the necessary need or will of many who choose to make this life-altering decision. Whether the immigrant stays a year or a lifetime, there is always the conflict of feelings between love, disappointment, heartache, and fondness of the home they left behind.
I traveled, as you said, in many different countries, but only out of need. This was the main reason. I adapted myself in doing different jobs from, as I say in my book again, from picking apples or picking fruits or as a working in a restaurant or as a pizza man, all sorts of things. But again, just to pay for my living, which is still what I am doing.
Every person is different, so to make a decision like moving away from your own country and starting a new life abroad, you have to be kind of open-minded and a little bit enthusiastic, I would say a little bit crazy. So I don't think it's really about the Italian mentality, but it's the mentality you have yourself that changes the way you relate with a big decision like the one of moving away.
I couldn't accept, I couldn't share anymore the mentality where I was living, which, and now I realize that everywhere is the same. If people don't travel, they don't open their frame of vision, let's say. In Sicily, first of all, I couldn't have been able to do what I do here. They would say something like, who do you like to make laugh with this thing?
I left Italy without the intention of staying in Ireland for a long time. I just left for a 1 month internship, and then I had the opportunity to stay in Ireland more, and I'm still here now.
Sicily is famous for abroad for, first of all, for the mafia, for example. And although I wasn't involved in the real mafia, but I realized that there is another kind of mafia, which is called the white mafia, which is embedded in the mentality of the Sicilian, which means I come before anybody else. Because of this, so they are quite rough, vulgar, arrogant, presumptuous, gross. I can understand why is this, because all the domination we had, since the Phoenician, then the Greeks, and then the Arabs, and then the French, and then the Spanish, and then the Italians, the last one. They have been trying to impose their rules, so that's why the Sicilians, as Andrea Camilleri said once, the Sicilians are a strong race of bastards. I was more inclined to talk, to share things with the foreigners, not the local people. They were bringing something different than what I was acquainted with.
I think actually in Italy it's much more important what you have on your degree than your actual working skills. I think here in Ireland I found I discovered a new meritocracy, and maybe it was what I was looking for in Italy.
There is, for someone who doesn't have the famous piece of paper or doesn't have a diploma or a laurea or this kind of things, there is no chance. But now we know that even with the famous piece of paper, it's difficult to find a job unless you know someone, or you beg someone, or you pay someone to find a job. So all this has to do with the mentality, how things go, and that's why I couldn't share this anymore.
It's not difficult to feel welcomed in Ireland because Irish people are really communicative, social, and you can just feel that sense of welcoming that makes Irish people famous in the whole world.
The moment I arrived really in Dingle, I haven't felt, or I haven't even thought the desire to move once again. That's the reason I felt so welcome, and I never felt again the need to this uncomfortableness that I was experiencing in Sicily.
My family supported me because it was pretty clear I had a better opportunity here in Ireland than the ones I could have had down in Italy. Talking about working opportunities.
When I arrived in Dingle, was as they say, the love at first sight. But what I remember is that when I stepped out from the ferry in Dunleer in Dublin, I had this strong feeling like was arriving in Sicily, because from Italy going down to Sicily we take the ferry in to cross the strait, you know. The people, again, people living here, I have felt and still feel very welcome. So I feel well integrated in the environment here.
People who really don't like the fact I left the country, so one of them is the jealousy. Some people just didn't have the same opportunities I luckily had, and so they're just kind of jealous. And some people can accuse me I left the country and I'm not really helping my country in this moment. But what I would like to say to these people is that I'm helping my country. I'm just doing it in a different way.
I realize that many people have the fear of the unknown, the reason why they don't move, they don't have the courage to make the big step. Is this what blocks many, especially in Italy, because of course at home they live so comfortable, although the so-called now the recession, or the complaining about the unemployment, other things, but the Italians still living a very good wealth. Here in Ireland, I realized they are more open to, more used out of need to emigrate, to leave their country, although they, the same, they keep a good link with the mother, what they call the motherland. And I can share this, yeah, with either with the Italians or the Irish also.
Of course, I'm still an emigrant, so I will never find exactly the same kind of comfort I would have at home here in Ireland. Well, I know home is still there, and I can come back whenever I want, and so I'm just trying to take in the most from this opportunity, from my new life in Ireland.
Yeah, so that's I found my corner, and I'm totally enjoying it every day still after 23 years, more than ever.